Hello, Liz here with another craft. Um, if you like this craft, feel free to sprinkle the love to others who might like it as well. Today, we're going to turn this little wood cutting board into home decor. Now, I picked this up at, I want to say probably the Goodwill, possibly Texas Thrift, but I try not to pay more than $2 for any of my pieces that I get to do crafts on. So this was $1.99. And I cleaned it up with the alcohol pad. There's some sticky stuff on this side of it where the price tag was, so I'm just going to use this side. And we'll be using 2 stencils today, and hopefully it'll turn out all right. I've never used either of these before. This one comes in a set of 2. You have the polka dots and you have the buffalo check. And these are in the 12 by 18 inch stencil set, and I did put a link to it in the description. And then we're going to use this one here, which is in the 8 by 11. It's out of stock right now, but it should be back shortly. And I'm going to use this one here where it says, "I raise tiny humans, you can't scare me." And it comes with this one too, "Thou shalt not try me, Mom 24/7. So we're going to start out by spraying down the, I want to get this on the table. By spraying down the board with some water. We're going to do this like we did the one the other day, farmhouse style. And I'm just going to put some acrylic paint in here, and I'm using the white apple barrel matte acrylic paint, and you could get this I think at Hobby Lobby. And I'll be painting the top and then the sides. And I'm just using my old favorite brush. And then you can kind of see how it's looking there. And that's what we want. We want the, what they call the farmhouse look. The old, old pieces of wood that's been painted and sitting outside for years, that kind of thing. I don't know how well this is going to work on the cutting board, but if it doesn't, I'll just take it off with a paper towel and we can start over. So I'm just going around the edges, and I did the top. And I probably didn't need hardly any of that paint. So I'm just going to dry it with my heat gun. And I think I'm going to put a second coat of the paint on. Just going around the edges. Okay, that seems pretty dry. So this is what we have so far, and I want to get a little more white on that. So I'm just going to put another coat of my acrylic paint. And you're not going to be able to see as much wood with this one. And then we're going to sand it down. And then too, don't forget to like my or follow my YouTube channel. I'm putting my videos out there. It's going to take me a while to do it. I have several videos, and I have to upload them to my computer first, and then to YouTube. So. Okay, I think this looks pretty good. So I'm just going to dry it. And I use it, this is a 2 heat setting heat gun, and I use a lower heat setting. That's pretty good. So I'm just going to take my sanding block, and this is one I got at the Dollar Tree. It's the fine to medium coarse, and I'm going to use the medium coarse, and I'm just going to go around the edges. See how that's looking? I took a lot of that paint off of there. So it just makes it look like, you know, it's been outside for a while, and it's been weathered. And now we're going to do the top. Okay, let me get a paper towel. Just going to wipe this off. Show you what we have here in a second. Okay. So this is what we have. Seems to be a shadow or something. But anyway, this is what it looks like. And then we're going to take our stencil. We're going to take the buffalo check. You know, I've never used this one, so I need to fuzz it a lot. And like I say, you could get this in the it's the 12 by 18, and I did put a link to it in the description. So we just have this buffalo check stencil that we're going to use. We have a cutting board that we put white acrylic paint on and then sanded down. So I'm just fuzzing my stencil because it's brand new. And I've never really layered stencils like this too much, so we'll see how it turns out. And I've never done the buffalo check, so it could be interesting. You see how sticky that is. Let me do it one more time. Okay, hopefully that'll work. So I'm just going to lay this on my board. And I'm going to try to get it to where it's looking pretty even. Do this. I just want to get this in a nice position. And hopefully it's straight. Okay. So as you can see, the whole thing fits on this board. Nice. And I'm just going to use this coal black chalk paste from Magnolia, and I did put a link to the chalk paste in the description, and this is the consistency you want. Now I'm going to use my bigger squeegee since this is a big piece here, big stencil, and then I'm just going to go over the whole thing, and hopefully this will turn out nice. We will see. So I'm just dipping it in there. And since this is going over pretty much the whole stencil, you do use quite a bit of the chalk paste. Okay, now I'm just going to turn this around. This is what we have so far. Almost done. Just going to clean this up a little bit, take off the excess. Okay. Let's see what happens. So here we have it, and let's see. And here's the reveal. What do you guys think? If you like this, give me some hearts or thumbs up. And I'm going to put my stencil face down in the water. And then I'm going to dry this. Again, I'm going to use my heat gun and put it on the low setting. That feels nice. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some spray sealer on this real quick. So that my next layer doesn't stick. So I'm just using this Rust-Oleum American Accents 2x Ultra Cover in a matte clear. And you're supposed to use it in a well-ventilated area. So I don't know if I can use my heat gun on this. I guess it would be okay. I'll hold it up higher. Now, you could have also put a layer of Mod Podge on this instead of the spray sealer. You could do either or. Okay, that seems to be pretty dry. So I wasn't sure if I should use the red, which is Old Glory red chalk paste, or maybe the Sugar Plum pink, or even the Sahara Gold chalk paste. Do you guys have any preferences? I'm thinking that any of these would show up pretty good. And let's see which one it is. And it's this one here. I raise tiny humans. You can't scare me. I was thinking the red. So I think I'll go with the red. And I've never used this stencil, so I need to fuzz it really good. These stencils are adhesive, and they are reusable. So I've used some of mine several times. But do you see how sticky that is? That was pretty hard to get up. So I'm probably going to have to do this about 5 or 6 times. Wow. And then you just take them to like your kitchen sink, spray them down with a sprayer. There's a stencil cleaner sponge that you can get from Magnolia, and you just go over it with the sponge, and it comes off pretty well. And you can also, they also have a pad, I think it's like $7 or $8 at Magnolia that you can get to fuzz your stencils on. And I'll probably get one the next time I order. I need to order some more chalk paste. But do you see how sticky that is even after all this? So I think this will be the last time. I'll fuzz it, and then I'm just going to put it on here. And I just eyeball mine. I don't usually measure. I like to enjoy the crafts I make. Okay, so I'm using the Old Glory Red. I know I've used it before. So see, it's basically the consistency of sour cream. So I have the other piece of my squeegee. Just going to dip it in there, and I'm just going to put it right here on the words. Now you could put like a sawtooth hanger on the back of this and hang it on your wall. You can put it in one of those stands and sit it on a counter or on your mantle, just wherever you want to do it. You can also get those, what is it, the Command sticky hooks, and you could use that if you didn't want to put holes in your wall. Okay, and I'm just going to get the excess off. And put that back in my jar. I think I will give this a couple of squirts of distilled water. And then I'll close it back up. And that's just to keep it moist. It was looking a little like it was drying. So this is what we have so far, and then I'm just going to peel this back, and you guys can see what it looks like. Okay, see, it is taking off a little of my white there. Probably needed to let it dry a little bit more when I sprayed it, but that's okay. I still like it. And as long as it's not in the letters, then it's okay. So, I raised tiny humans, you can't scare me, with a buffalo check on the back. I mean, underneath it. So I'm just going to put this face down in my water with the other stencil, and then when I get off of here, I'll wash them. And then if you wanted to make all of this permanent, you could put the spray on it again, or you can probably put Mod Podge on it. If you did Mod Podge before, then use Mod Podge again. If you sprayed it, I would spray it again. So this is what we have for our craft today. If you liked it, please feel free to share this video on your page or with others. I'm sorry, sprinkle. And I'll be back here tomorrow, Monday through Friday at 11:30 Central Time. And then on Saturday and Sunday, it's noon Central Time. So until then, keep crafting. Bye.